1,200 kilometers of range, a hybrid drivetrain, but still adhering to all things Lotus. Let me tell you why. You can see that the car has a long wheelbase with the wheels pushed right out towards the corners. There are very short overhangs and overall a cab-forward silhouette. This is a sports car approach that we give to all of our cars. So what is cab forward? Automotive designers will talk about this quite a lot, but what it actually means is that we take the windshield of the car and we push it forward. You can see here the touchdown is almost over the center of the front wheel. Visually, this changes everything. The car looks planted, it looks purposeful, it looks dynamic. Physically, there's also a great advantage. We start to move towards the perfect balance of 50-50 weight distribution, which ultimately improves the dynamic and handling capability of the car. One of the things you immediately notice about a Lotus is how sculptural our cars are. This is really informed by our unique approach to the integration of aerodynamics in design, and it's born from our incredible legacy in racing. Most cars in this category are fighting the air. They simply push it out of the way. With Lotus, we take a different approach. We allow the air to pass through the vehicle. This reduces the physical mass of the car, and this is a concept we call porosity. The sharp nose section physically divides the air, part of it passing up over the top of the vehicle. The rest is channeled down into the cooling area here. We have an active grille shutter system that works with the intelligent systems on the car to close off with the effect of actually reducing drag. You'll also notice underneath the headlamp here a powerful air curtain. Air is pushed through that hole and exited out into the wheel arch, reducing the drag. The rotation of the wheel can actually build up high pressure inside the wheelhouse, so to deal with this problem we have an exit duct here that pulls the air out of the wheelhouse and off down the side of the car. And again, following the same principles that we had at the front, the pressure that builds up inside the wheelhouse is exited through this large duct underneath the tail light. The digital camera systems on the car provide fantastic visibility all around the vehicle. There's also an additional aero benefit. If you compare this module to a conventional mirror head, it's simply much smaller. This helps us keep the air attached all the way down the side of the car, allowing it to flow into this duct in the D-pillar. The floating winglets on the roof look like something from a modern-day Formula One car, but they actually do the job of keeping the air attached down the rear screen, all channeled towards the rear wing. This is the most powerful active system we have on the car. It has the ability to optimize drag, to increase the range, or to deliver high downforce to improve control. Another subtle reference that we've taken from our legacy is to have one line that runs all the way through the car. It starts at the front with a very sharp nose section, runs all the way through the body, and culminates at the rear with the tail lamp. This idea of hanging everything from one line is taken from our most iconic road car, the Series 1 Esprit. At the front of the car, we separate out the light functions to be able to deliver this super slim and technical DRL. The signature inside is this sort of double L-shaped graphic, which is actually inspired by the upturned wingtips from jet aircraft. This is something we did for the first time on the Envia hypercar, but it now carries through the entire product lineup for Lotus. The main beam and dip beam functions are hidden here underneath. Pop-up LiDAR, it only deploys when it's needed. The mechanism here is referencing the pop-up headlamps, which are a part of our iconic sports cars in the 1960s and 70s. Lotus is always about efficiency and clever solutions. Ideally, we like to get components on the car to do more than one job. A great example of this is the tail lamp. This provides all the legal functions that we need, but in addition, it's able to tell you how much charge is in the battery. Shall we quickly talk about the tech specs? This car has a 900-volt architecture. What does that mean in the real world? Well, firstly, it means that we have fantastic charging capability. This car is able to go from 20% stay of charge to 80% in less than 9 minutes. It also delivers an amazing range. With this vehicle, you could travel from London to the far north of Scotland, the Isle of Skye, on a single charge and without refueling. At the same time, we've got fantastic performance. With a dual motor setup, 952 PS, and that enables a 0 to 100 time of 3.3 seconds. Perhaps more impressive, though, is the interior. So the core essence of Lotus is really that we make driver's cars, and this is the latest expression of our driver-focused cockpit. The entire architecture of this interior is based on putting you in the best place for driving and control of the vehicle. A super important point is you also still have excellent forward visibility. Ahead of me I can see the fender muscles, and this really allows you to place the car on the road with utter confidence. So we have a high console and an asymmetric design that wraps right around you. It's mirrored on the other side of the car with the door and the end of the IP. This creates the focus of a sports car. The design of the IP is super unique. We have these two extremely slim wing sections that optically float above the mid-roll of the IP. The priority for driving is focus. In front of me I have the technology line. This is a system of intelligent lighting and digital interfaces distributed across the IP. It's really about putting all the information in exactly the right place. Another way that we try and create focus is through the use of analog controls. Everything that I need to actually operate the vehicle is on a physical switch on the steering wheel in front of me. Yes, this has the spirit and the focus of a sports car, but it's also for long-distance travel. Space, comfort, and all the features you'd expect of a true luxury vehicle. Ultra-responsive HMI powered by Unreal Engine. Super high-end audio system, 23 speakers from KEF. Ventilated massage seats with multi-functionality. The materiality is exquisite. Switches are in real metal and glass. There's an intelligent panoramic glass roof. This just allows you to adjust the light levels coming into the cabin. It's an extremely generous rear environment. There's a huge amount of legroom. We've got individually reclining rear seats, which provide super comfort, and then this rear bench is split folding. Of course, there's an infotainment screen in the rear, allowing the passengers to adjust the seating settings, the climate control in the rear, and the audio. So you can see there's a generosity of space, there's all the storage that we need, but remember, it can still take you from 0 to 100 in 3.3 seconds. You know, most SUVs are sporty only by name, but this really is more like a sports car that learned to carry 5 people and all their luggage. Before I forget, another nice... The simple message that we'd like you to take away from this is duality. You can have the engaging performance of a sports car combined with range and everyday usability.